Welcome back to Atlanta Tech Edge. I'm Titania Jordan. Next week, the Technology Association is its first Internet of Things Symposium. Organizers say their mission is to bring Atlanta's tech ecosystem to the world stage. Here to tell us more about the symposium and its mission are Major John Quigley, Atlanta Police Department, Walt Carter, CIO Primary Capital Mortgage, and Mark Dunson, GVP Emerson. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. So, Walt, I want to start with you. You're moderating the educational panel, and what's the big issue there?
Well, the big issue is once you connect all of these devices and you start to gather up all this data from machine-based sensors or from our Fitbits and what have you, who's going to collect and analyze all that data, right? Collecting is one part, but analyzing is a big part of the other thing. And as we've known in information technology for years, we're not getting from the normal school systems high number of science, technology, education, and math students, and it's not just because we don't have enough teachers, but now we're going to throw a whole new avalanche of data at a talent gap that's pretty huge. Yeah, and this symposium is more than just talking about taking technologies to market. It's really a wake-up call for the local tech ecosystem. Major Quigley, the APD is really at the forefront of using technology as part of the way you do business. How do you see APD becoming even more technologically involved and connected as a smart city?
Well, I mean, the way that we're reaching out now is through Operation SHIELD and our partners with the Atlanta Police Foundation and our business partners downtown by expanding that private-public network and having more situational awareness of what's happening out in the community. Hopefully we're deterring crime as well as solving crimes through the use of the cameras, and it's just a force multiplier for us.
Can you give us some examples, some success stories that you've had with it?
Well, recently we've had the cameras pick up some vehicles that were stolen, and we've been able to maneuver police officers, to those locations and ultimately stop those vehicles and take people into custody. So that happens, fairly regularly.
Wow, that's so cool. Mark, Emerson is developing a center of excellence, and talk about how that fits into the framework of having Atlanta emerge as a tech leader.
Well, we've been based in Atlanta for a long time, and our business here is connected to roughly 20,000 retail sites today where we're doing Internet of Things activities. We watch over about $2 billion worth of food. So to advance that and continue that forward, we saw a very vibrant community developing in Atlanta, especially for us around Tech Square, down by Georgia Tech, and we recently opened up what we call the Helix Innovation Center there, which is helping us to advance things like data analysis, like Walt talked about, man-machine interface, high-performance computing. We find Atlanta to be a real hotbed of especially telecommunications and connectivity technologies, which are obviously critical to Internet of Things. And the energy and the vibrancy of that is really picking up a lot in Atlanta, so we're excited to be a part of it.
So coming off that question, Walt, how do you see Atlanta emerging as a leader in the IoT realm?
I think we're kind of the center of a new neural network in a lot of ways. We've got a really great technical ecosystem here, for lack of better expression. The CIOs in the community, we plug in with each other on a regular basis. We share a lot of information. And here in Atlanta in particular, we represent kind of a micro version of the macro economy. We've got a little bit of everything going on here. But as you broaden out from Atlanta, we've got some really great stories of what people are already doing, like what our city police are doing, what the Port Authority is doing down in Savannah, what the peanut farmers are doing down in Macon and South Georgia. There's some really exciting work going on already with Internet of Things. But what I think combines to make us a really unique place to have a center of innovation like Emerson's and some of the others that are going on is that ability to share and connect. And that's really the story of the Internet of Things in a lot of ways, right? It's just how do we connect, and then how do we make meaningful information pop out of all of that data?
Major Quigley, what do you see happening over the next few years with the APD, and where do you see technology enhancing the role that you guys play in our community even further?
Well, at this point, we're very fortunate. We have a Technology Innovation Center as well at the Police Foundation, and because we're in the environment we are with the universities around us, Georgia Tech and Emory and others, we're able to tap into those students as well. and use their skills and abilities to evaluate technology and to help push us further. You know, and right now we're looking at different products. One is Pegasus, an app that would allow people to show their video to 911 so that we can see what they're seeing.
Wow.
And to send us text messages as well at the same time. So we're exploring that with ComNet. And ComNet is a radio system for private security that allows them to talk directly to 911. So we're exploring different opportunities. We're also looking at Kaleidoscope, which is a product for school alerts in order to enhance the protection of our children so that we can respond quicker. And it's basically you know, a shot spotter type of system at a school. And it ultimately could be used at venues and possibly corporate businesses. So we're looking at a number of things.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Again, the IoT Symposium is happening July 19th at the Renaissance Waverly in Atlanta. Tickets are still available.